All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. How everybody doing out there? This is Christmas Day, and we have a Christmas build here for you guys. This is my son, Jacob. He's back from the Army, and we're doing a cool, tough Gaming Alliance build. So as you can see, we are going to be using the Dark Flash DLM21, the Ryzen 5 2600, the Tough B450M Plus Gaming, the GameMax GT CPU cooler. We have the Enermax PSU with their tough gaming fans, a 250 gig SSD, and a 2 terabyte HDD drive. And we are going to be using the XFX RX 570, and we also have the matching Tough Gaming Combo keyboard and mouse. You want to say anything?
I have nothing to say. This is awesome.
All right, let's get to building. Okay, now we're going to start with the motherboard, the Tough B450M Plus Gaming. This is Jacob's first build. He's kind of excited. He's never done something like this before, so I'm going to tell him how to do it so when he goes back to base, he will troubleshoot or upgrade as he wants. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and open it up, Jacob. Pretty cool. Let's see if there's any other content in there. So you have your I/O shield, you have your SATA cables, you have some literature we may need later. I'm stealing your stickers. Some more literature, some certificates, and these is the M.2 screws. This is for something way later. Now, we're going to use your box as a little table, okay? That way it doesn't scratch anything, it doesn't do anything. Go ahead and take your motherboard out of the bag there. It's pretty tough. Hence, tough gaming.
Yep.
Okay, now, we have the motherboard. This is an AM4 CPU, okay? So what that means is you have two main types of CPU, the AM4 and the Intel. So we have the AM4 with 4 DDR4. We're only going to use 2 slots. This is your 24-pin power. So this is the main power that goes into the board. This is your CPU power up here. USB. And I know you're kind of used to the regular USB, but this is the USB pins that you would plug in. Your audio, your SATA, right here for your hard drives and different stuff like that. This is your PCIe for your RX 570, your CPU fan, your RGB headers, and so forth. And if you ever want to do like an M.2, this is where the chip that goes in here. So it just replaces the hard drive, and you would have it here instead of using the hard drive. But we have a hard drive, so it doesn't matter. But this would be a little bit faster. But besides that, it looks fantastic. Are you ready to build?
Yep.
Ryzen chip. Okay. We're going to start with the Ryzen 5 2600. Okay. This fan right here we're not going to use, so we're going to put this aside for another use later. But this is your CPU, so be super careful. So with this CPU, okay, don't touch the golden pins. Okay?
Okay.
They bend real easy, and if you mess it up, we can try to bend it back, but once it's broke, it's done.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so super careful. Now, when you open this up, you only hold the CPU on the edges. Okay, so I'm gonna put it back in here. I'm gonna let you grab it, but there's some key points I want to show you. You see that gold triangle? Right? There's a triangle on the motherboard right there. You line this up just like this.
Okay.
So typically with the CPU, usually the Ryzen kind of like point up this way for most Ryzens. But before we put it in there, I want you to grab this lever, kind of pick it up. Just pick it up. Yep. There you go, all the way up, just like that. So there's a little tensioner that when you close it, it tightens the pins to the board and it locks it right in. All right, so take that out. Be very careful. Okay, you're gonna seat that right in there. It kind of just drops right in. That way, you know, when you're back at base and you want to upgrade to a better CPU, you can do it yourself. All right, now to lock it in place, lower the lever. Lower this way. There you go. It locks right in place, so it's not going to go anywhere. So it's nice and neat. We're done with that. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we can either do the cooler or the DDR4. So let's go ahead and do the cooler. Here we have the GameMax GT cooler with the Asus Aura Sync, which will work with the motherboard. You ready?
And what does that do?
It cools the CPU. All right, take it out of the box. Hence, CPU cooler. Don't that look fancy?
That's weird.
Isn't that cool? So this is gonna stand up just like this. It's a radiator, so it's gonna stand up just like that.
Oh, okay. I see.
So stand pretty tall, which is pretty neat. Just like, see that? So you go ahead and put all 4 of those in. Okay. You want to do 2? Line up the hole. There you go. All this confidence. He said he's got it. He's shaking profusely. He's got it. He's got it, folks. Okay, now we'll put this back behind the motherboard again, lining the holes up just like so.
Can I see? What am I looking at? Oh, okay.
And the standoffs are lined up. Now, you take this and you screw that onto the standoffs just like that. Go ahead. 2.
You want it tight or?
Just hand tighten. Just enough. There you go. 3. And 4. The radiator will go pretty much just like that, right? And then it'll screw down onto the bracket just like that. So, like that. And, well, the big ones. Like this. And like this. Okay? Look just like that. Go right down into there. Just like that. Okay? And then the other one is going to do the same thing. Okay, now you have these 2 little screws. They're going to go at the top right here. That's why I said we had to take the fan off. Goes right in there. All right, you get to do the other one. And now the fan goes back on. Okay, so like we did last time, I think the fan should go like this so it runs out the back. Okay? So this will go here. This will go here. Here you go. Now just lock it into the radiator. Good. Perfect. All right. Do the same thing to this side. All right, pull it back, lock it in place. Awesome. All right. Now, that took a minute, but we have our cooler installed. Okay? Now, we're going to move on to the T-Force Delta RGB. This is 2x8 gigabyte DDR4 2666 megahertz. Do the honors. Now, Jacob, you see how this motherboard is color-coded black and gray, right?
Yep.
So that means that you can use only the same colors unless you have 4, then you can use all 4. But typically on a 2-stick build, you're going to use rows 2 and 4. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to slide the DDR4 RAM into the gray slot, and then you're going to evenly push down until you hear the click. Keep again, push a little harder. There you go, perfect. Now you can grab the other one, do the same thing.
This side.
There you go. Perfect. All right, that looks fantastic. The color looks awesome. Now that the RAM's installed, we are going to move our way to the case. You ready for the case?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Now that we have the case out of the box, what I'm going to have you do, Jacob, I need you to take this panel off, the back panel off, and the front panel off. Tab right here, you pull the tab. Okay, good. Now, it's on a hinge system, so all you do is now you pick up the glass. All right, now I want you to put that right on the floor beside you. And get it out of the way so you don't break it.
Gently.
I don't know where to put it. I don't want to break it.
But lean it against the table and the monitor down there. That way it doesn't fall over. Fantastic. Now, all right. I want you to take this screwdriver and unscrew these 2 thumb screws. Don't drop it. He's home on leave from the army, you guys. He's fast reflexes. All right, I want you to pull this panel off. Pull it back and then out.
This part?
Mm-hmm. This panel right here. Don't break it. All right. Now, I want you to pull the front panel off. This is the front panel up here. Do it so the people in the camera can see it. Just gently grab from the bottom. So you're going to grab from the bottom right here and pull it off. I don't think it comes off.
Yeah. Oh, there it does.
It does come off. Clear. Here, pull.
There we go.
There we go. Now you have a skeleton to work with. Okay? Take this out the bag. And that is your rear I/O. What does I/O stand for? In and out.
In and out.
All right, so this is super easy to put in, okay? There's little clips on each corner. Okay? Little clips on each corner that you snap in right here. But if you look at your motherboard, it lines up, okay?
Okay.
So Rule of thumb, this is the bottom. So your 3 holes are at the bottom. So where's the bottom of your case? No. No. Down here. If it stands up, it's down here. So you're going to line up the 3 holes just like this. You're going to right in there, okay? Make sure this is facing out. Don't worry, I had the same issues. So, no. Right there. Okay? And then you're just going to snap it in. And there. Now snap on all 4 corners.
I don't want to break it. You sure?
Oh, there you go. You got it?
Yep.
Now, grab the motherboard. We're going to install the motherboard. So typically, most motherboards come with standoffs already in it. Okay? You see the standoffs already in it?
Yeah.
6 of them, okay? So you have 6 standoffs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So I want you to line up the rear IO with the rear IO shield. Yep, go ahead and line everything up. So just look at that, line up the holes right there. Okay, let me make this easy for you. Can you see the colors?
Yeah.
So you're gonna drop it in just like that, okay? And then you're gonna push it through.
Needs to go
Hmm?
this way.
Oh my God.
There you go.
There you go. Right there. We're lined up, folks. We're lined up. Okay, now, folks, we got it lined up. Where's the screwdriver? Zip ties. Zip ties are a good thing. Ooh. He's got a rag. Okay. So you're going to use these tiny little flat screws, okay, to line up all 6 of those. Just snug, not tight.
I know.
So. Okay. Great.
I don't know actually. I don't know. Oh, not anymore.
All right. There you go. That's in. All right. Now, what I like to do is I like to go and pull back some of the wire so you don't see it. You see how that kind of looks bad? So I pull it back some, so that way kind of hides some of that wiring. Just like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's kind of a weird one right there, but it works. Now, that's plugged up. You have these flimsy wires. Okay. So your front IO is right there also, which is really weird. So really tight. So it says it all on there, okay? Power switch, power LED, power LED, hard drive LED, All right. Graphics card. XFX RX 570. Okay, any other paperwork in here? Nothing, nada. All right. GPU, 2 built-in fans, copper piping, and uses 2 of the slots. Very easy to install. Jacob, you want to do the honors and peeling the stickers off? Pretty satisfying. You got this side? It's wrapped around all the side. Here, start this way. Makes it less satisfying when I explain how to do it. Epic fail. How many people does it take to take off?
2.
All right. You're gonna look like you're gonna just snap these things off. Push it through. Push it through. Push. Push. Don't bend the whole thing.
Just push.
Then you can work it back and forth and break it off.
So push.
Hold on, make sure it's the right one.
Yeah.
Yep, it's the right one.
So this
Yep.
comes on.
Yep, this one comes off. So bend it, back and forth. There you go. Bend it, move it, bend it. All right, next one, second one. I had to show you the way.
Yeah, I was like, this thing can stop.
That's it. No, stop.
For what?
Only two slots.
Oh. I was like,
So to install this, you take this off, right? Same thing with the memory slot. You have to push this little thing down right here. You see it? Make sure it's down.
what thing?
This little notch right there. Push it down.
Right here?
Just right here. Is it open?
I can't tell. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep, that right there. Forward. Look, push it down. That's good. Just down. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this and line it up with the slot right here. See how the slot right here lines up?
Yeah.
Oh no! Let me see. Your cooler might be too huge. So it's gonna line up just like this. No, it should be just fine. Okay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna line up this just like here, and then you're gonna push down evenly and snap it down. Okay, go ahead. There you go. Make sure it's down. Take this. It came out. There you go. Lock it back in place. Right here, right here. This is like the most troublesome build I've ever done. Alright. One screw. Right on top, right there. Lock it in. Yep. It's magnetic. You have any questions so far?
Yeah, how do you screw this in?
Righty tighty, lefty
Lefty
loosey. Here's another one. Yeah, let me double check your work.
Good gracious.
You didn't tighten it at all. So this is your graphics card, okay? So now it's plugged in. So this is gonna be also another 8-pin. We're gonna run it from here to in that hole right there. You see that one? Mm-hmm. So unless you wanna run here, down, which one would you rather do?
Oh, that was touching me.
Was that me again?
Yeah.
So
Here through the hole.
can't squeeze and make it fall apart now. There we go. Okay. So you're gonna go down this way. Okay. So stand this up. You gotta feed that through. The bottom right there.
There we go.
There we go. Good. Nice. So that's gonna go there. Okay. Now, graphics card installed. CPU cooler installed. DDR4 RAM installed. Fans installed. Fans installed. Okay. Everything's done. So the only thing left is to make sure it has power. Probably backwards. Good. CPU, hook up to your CPU right here. Now, PCIe. PCIe is your graphics card slot. Alright. Now, it says GPU. Plug that into there. Okay. And then this is going to hook up right there. Jacob. Okay. So, hold on. Move your hands underneath. There you go. Upside down. Yep, plug the 2 in first. And then, or if you can put it together. But remember that goes. Yeah. So remember, this is a little notch. So this one is going to sit on top of it.
Okay.
Okay, just like that. And then squeeze in. There we go.
There we go.
Okay. Now, you have 2 hard drives you're going to install. Okay? So the first one is this. So that goes in there. Okay. Alright. Your SATA hard drive. So there's a spot on the case that you can install SSD. Okay. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna grab our SSD cable. Okay.
I see it.
You see the SSD right there?
I see it.
Would you like it up top, Jacob, or at the bottom?
The bottom.
The bottom. You sure? All right. So these only go in one way. You see a little notch right there, a little L. Match up with that L. Good. All right. This is gonna be fun. Since you want it at the bottom.
Is it better at top?
This is gonna be fun. I tell you, it's gonna be fun. Because now, here's your other cable that you have to feed right here. Right? So, running everything, it's gonna feed right there. Okay. Okay. All right. You see the L? Match it up. Plug it in. Okay.
You think I can?
You got it? Okay. Now feed this line backward through the same thing. Feed it up in there. Okay. Out the back. Okay. Not too bad. Now, you have SSD little screws. 2, 3. Magnetic, they say. Fun, they say. Alright, Jacob. I want you to grab these 4 screws. Screwdriver. Come this side. Now, the 4 screws and right in there. All right. So if you ever decide you want to add more, that's the wrong one.
Yeah.
Take that. Take this one out. Didn't I just give you 4 good ones?
Try some. Here we go. And there's one more right there.
So if you ever decide you want to...
So if you ever want to decide to add another SSD, this is the same way. That's the power. This is a SATA cable. Okay? And we'll plug up the SATA cable into the motherboard so that when you turn on the computer, it'll read it. And that's, you can add another SSD right here, upgrade your SSD. Fantastic. So now your SSD cable will plug. So we'll back everything. Just lost it. Okay. This is your SSD right here, and you see the 4 gray ones down here. The 4 L's, and this right here, I want you to plug it right there. So the L's probably this way. Yep, it is. So plug it into the bottom one with the clip side up.
And the haircut, but it's
Good. So let's pull this back some. some. Make it neat. Just like that. Fantastic. So, your SSD is installed. We're going to install the hard drive. Same concept. SATA. Okay, so this one has an extension. So let's see what we can do here.
Gracious. I think we could get some more wires back here.
Yeah. So this is your hard drive tray. Looks like you take these thumb screws, unscrew these thumb screws. Here, you can do this. Okay, take it out. You thought this was a mess. You should look at that one. Okay, this will pop out just like that. Same thing, this will slide in just like so. And then you're going to grab the same screws that we used for the SSD. Screw that in there. The one with the little shield on top. Remember? This is going to go right back in. Is it still confusing? You're going to have to power your hard drive like you did this one. So this, you can daisy chain off of it. You hook up multiple things to it. So since this could reach, you can actually plug that right into there. Go ahead and do that. You see?
I am with the microphone again.
Okay. So that works. Now you're going to have to use your SSD and your SATA cables. Same thing, look for the L and plug it in. Good. Now, same thing, since that's running right there, you're going to find the same spot. Okay. Flip it back over. And plug it in the same spot.
There we go.
Now, everything's plugged up. Now you have to plug this up, which goes right in. Okay. And this needs power as well. So, just what that looks like. There we go. Okay, nice. So that'll probably sit somewhere like that. And then this will probably sit somewhere in there like that. This will sit down like that. This will probably sit in like that. Okay? Yeah.
I'm gonna cry. You looked at me. I'm sorry.
Okay. Now we're gonna test it just to see if everything works. Okay, flip the switch on. Oh, we have some activity on the board, it looks like. Hit your power switch. Oh, look at that.
So cool.
That looks good. Everything works. Everything works great. You like it? Yeah. All right, let's do a little inspection. Everything seems to be working. All right. Now let's go ahead and cut her off and then wire tuck everything, and we will be right back. Power it on. Power button. All right. You want to do the peel?
Peel.
Is there a peel on the inside?
It looks like it.
Nice. It's my favorite part.